Yo, what is good, people? I go by the name of Beezy and welcome back to the channel, man. If you guys are not part of the Discord, make sure you join the Discord, okay? The link to that is in the description below, okay? Hopefully this is not going to be a long video. I just want to showcase this because I basically done a gauntlet run a few days ago, actually, because I had items expiring and I was looking through content and I was like, yo, what is the most easiest thing that I can do, but it's not too easy to the point where I don't need to use any items. Now, under normal circumstances, that would be everything. Like, you know, the monthly event quest, boy, need to use a couple of revives at that. But, you know, obviously, I've already done an event quest. I'm joking about that, by the way. But, you know, the only two things I have left to do was the gauntlet, which I forgot about at the time, and EOP. So I was looking through EOP and I was like, oh, bro, I don't know nothing about this. I need to do some research. And I had like a small window from when I got home from work to be able to kind of like use certain items before they expired. So then I come across the gauntlet and I was like, wait, oh yeah, I need to do 2 more runs on this. So I was like, cool, let me like take a quick look and whatnot. Now this is the team that I used, okay? So I basically just want to run through and let you guys know what my experience was like, because when I first done this, I used Aegon, okay? And I think when I first did this, when I used Aegon, I used about, it was a 5-star Aegon at the time, and I used probably about 2,000, between 2,500 to 3,000 units. So that's just basically saying Odin, okay? I used an Odin, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. In my head, I was like, bro, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do this again. So when they brought it back out, I was like, hell no, bro. So I'm not doing this with Aegon again, man. Like, you know, obviously it's a little bit different. Your boy's got a 6-star Aegon now, so it's a little bit different. But you know, I kind of thought, you know, with all the champions that we have now, must be different, you know. So what I wanted to do is just go through with you guys the interactions that I had, who I used for what fight, and just give you guys a bit of a heads up of like how I found this experience, because I found it a hell of a lot easier this time. I didn't actually use any units. I think I used about 19 to 20 revives, I believe. Some of them was really unnecessary, to be honest, but we'll go for it anyway. So I used OG Hulk for Doom, which was a fine fight. The fight went well. I believe I did actually, it wasn't a solo though. I think I got about 70 to 80% of him down on the first try, and I was like, bro, I'm running on time. I ain't got time to restart this and keep on going. So that was my first attempt. Got him down to like 30 to 20% health. Then I just revived and went back in again, okay? So then we went over to Terrax. With Terrax, I believe I used Herc, I believe. Yeah, I'm sure I used her. I think I used Hercules for Terrax. And then I use Hercules for Vision. Actually, that's a lie. I think I might have used Kitty for some of Terrax, actually. Can't remember. It was between Kitty and... No, it wasn't Kitty, because I didn't touch Kitty until lane 2. So it wasn't Kitty, sorry. I used Hercules for Terrax. I used Hercules for Vision, but I actually died to Vision because I didn't realize... Read the nodes, guys. It doesn't matter if you've done the content before, okay? Read the nodes. I didn't realize that it was using the special in order. So I was like trying to bait specials, like, why is this guy not baiting the specials? And I was like, wait a minute, let me look at the node. Looked at the node and I was like, oh, right, okay, cool. So I ended up dying the first time, and then obviously I just made sure that I planned my special 3s accordingly, so that, you know, when Vision obviously threw his L3, I had the indestructible from my L3, and the matchup was fine, okay? MODOK, I used Hercules, the spamming SP1s, fight was fine. Spider-Ham, I used Valkyrie. Now, the only thing, I actually soloed this, but the only thing I would say is be very careful, because there were times when I was hitting into Spider-Ham's block and he became unblockable. And so therefore, because I was aware of it, the first time I got lucky because it happened and I was like, oh, and he evaded back. So I was like, all right, cool. And then from that point, I was just very focused on looking out for if that happened again to just swipe back instantly. So it happened all in all about 3 or 4 times throughout the fight. But the first time I was lucky, the rest I literally just evaded and backed up and then rinse and repeat, okay? So so that was fine, okay? The second lane, Wolverine Weapon X, I used Archangel for him. For Thing, I used Valkyrie. Wasn't necessarily a quick fight, but it was clean and it was a solo, so I had no problem there. With Korg, oh my word, one of my biggest regrets was bringing Kitty, if I'm being honest. For my skill level with Kitty, I found her to be so useless. I specifically brought her in for this fight and maybe one or two others, and yeah, man, no. Like, so yeah, this is something I definitely, nah. If I had to do this again, I would have rather brought someone like Professor X in or something. I wouldn't have brought Kitty in, to be fair. When I got one more run to do. When I do my next run, I won't be bringing Kitty in for that one, okay? So that was the one thing. I tried a few times with Kitty and yeah, it didn't work. So after that, I was like, you know what? Scrap this. We're not doing the Kitty thing, bro. And I thought, let me try. I tried Hercules. Hercules was taking down big chunks of health, and I was like, yeah, boom, we're just gonna go Hercules. So I think at the point when I started using Hercules, I think he had about 70% health, and I think I used about 4 revives with Hercules, and we got him down. So if I had to do that again, I would have rather of just used Hercules for the whole fight if I didn't have a counter. I feel like it would have cost me a lot less revives, because I think I used about 4 or 5 revives on Kitty alone and only took down 30% health. So I definitely would have done that again. Dragon Man is another one. I didn't really have a counter for Dragon Man, to be honest. So I used Hulk. Now Hulk wasn't too bad, to be fair. I kind of used a mix between Hulk and Herc, and you know, it wasn't bad. It was just trying. I just kind of realized I had a very small gap from when he got to his SP2, trying to get him to bait the SP2, because then that shut down the power gain node for a period of time. Whereas when he was just spamming SP1s, like the power gain node was just, it just never went. So yeah, so that fight wasn't too bad, but I would have liked to have had a counter for that, to be fair, and I didn't have one. So we just kind of grinded and got through that. Black Panther Civil War I used Valkyrie for, that was a solo. I used Herc for Nightcrawler, but I died once because he was being very stubborn. But the second time around I got him to switch with no problem, and we took the find out no problem. Spider-Gwen, who did I use for Spider-Gwen? I think I used Valkyrie for Spider-Gwen, you know. Yeah, I think I used Valkyrie for Spider-Gwen, for Spider-Gwen, sorry. Again, I did die once, but we revived and then I got the solo, no problem. For Domino, Domino was a little bit tricky, actually. I think I died about 3 times for Domino, but I used Hercules for Domino. Died about 3 times, but yeah, we got the fight down. Mojo, I used OG Hulk, and OG Hulk absolutely destroyed this fight. I think I actually went into this fight with OG Hulk, and the degeneration caused me to like lose health quite a bit. I think we only had about, I think I went into the fight with about 40%, between 40 to 50% health, and I think the degeneration took me down to about 23% health, and at the time Mojo still had over half of a health bar left, and we managed to just Hulk just shredded through Mojo. I won't lie, that was the fight I was worried about. I was like, is OG Hulk gonna be able to deal with this? And he dealt with it. I was more than happy. I then got to Immortal Abomination. Again, I used Hulk for that, to be fair. Hulk smashed through that with no problem. Then we got over to APOC. APOC I used Herc for. Sasquatch I used Archangel for, but Archangel actually, I think this fight took me about 3 revives. I think I used about 3 revives on this, because I used Archangel, then I used Hulk to get him down to like the smallest amount of health that I possibly could. Then I went back in with Archangel and we got the fight down. Killmonger, I used a little bit of Kitty, and then I used Archangel. The fight was fine with Archangel, to be fair. I should have just went in with him in the first place, to be honest. Void I used Hercules for, and Nick Fury I used Archangel for, and then we came over here, went to the boss, and I just Hercules'd him, and it was fine. Now, like I said, man, the one weakness based on my skill level, I'm not gonna say the one weakness in the team, because I feel like if you know what you're doing with Kitty and you're a much better player than me at the game, Kitty could have probably been a lot more useful for a lot of these scenarios, okay? But for my skill level, I just found Kitty to be absolutely useless, which is a shame because I love Kitty. Kitty's one of my favorite champions. I just didn't really utilize her well in this piece of content. So if I had to do this again, or when I do this again, I will be bringing the same team, but I will be swapping Kitty for someone else, someone that can in particularly make me handle Korg a bit easier. But besides Kitty, the rest of the team absolutely done their job. They done everything I asked them to, and exceeded my expectations, to be honest, because the last time I did this, I only remember getting like one, maybe two solos, and I had a few solos in this run. I was like, yeah, cool, like the content felt a lot easier, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, man, I just thought, let me just give some tips out there to anyone that still needs to do a gauntlet run, or is thinking about it, or is thinking, oh my gosh, this is gonna cost me so much items. I done it in like 19 revives, man, and I'm a scrub, bro, so like I'm just saying. But anyway, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. If you guys obviously enjoyed or found it helpful, obviously let me know. If you guys use a different team that you found was more effective or better based on the champions that are available now, when you guys may have used someone that I don't have in my roster, also let me know in the comments below, man. But that's gonna be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Take care for now, guys. Peace.